you there. Thank you for watching, and welcome to Forge Lines Forever. Today I have a 6v6 custom match here on the most amazing Neuroxis map generator. So let's go ahead and introduce our teams and our players, starting off with Team 1 in the Northeast, ending with Team 2 in the Southwest. Starting off with Team 1 Southeasternmost player in Rust, it is Sui going first land as an Aeon. He is a 1700, the highest rank player on Team 1. To his north, we have in Ruby Red Babel going first land as another Aeon here. He is a 1300. And traveling up all the way to the northeastern corner of the map in glow in the dark green, it is ADZ 3000 going first land as a 1200 as a Cyberin going first land in the rear guard air slot. In orange, the color orange, to his west is Gumbo going first land as a UEF. He is a 1500. To his south in amethyst purple, it is Cybeltron, not to be confused with Cybertron, going first land as a Seraphim as a 1300. And last but not least, on the northwestern shores, we have in Chevy Crimson, Cool Dude going first land as a Cyber. And as I said, he is an 1100. So for Team 1 side of the map, we have all the factions represented with a doubling of Aeon and Cyberin technology, which means there's one UEF and one Seraphim for Team 1. Starting off with Team 2's northwestern player in Emerald Green, we have Yzma 98 going first line as a UEF. He is a 1200. To his south in Stitch Blue is AI Gangster going first line as another Aeon here. Sorry, UEF here for Team 2. He is a 1700. And to his east in Light Oak Tan is LCR going first line as a Seraphim as a 1200. In Pac-Man Yellow in the Rigard slot here for Team 2, it is Kung Fu Panda going first land. He is a 1200 going second air. To his east in Tropical Ocean Blue is the Cyber player of Frederic Kood going first air. He is a 1200. And last but not least here for Team 2 in the southeastern corner of the map, it is I Make War on You going first land as an Aeon. He is a 1800, the highest rank player on Team 2 and in the game overall in Batman Gray. So for Team 2's side of the map, they have 2 Cyberins, 2 UEF, a Seraphim, and an Aeon, which means they also have all of the factions represented on their side of the field. And with 12 players on the map, let's take a look at the reclaim here. Our players have to scoop up. It is 12,000, makes the math a little bit easier. It is 1,000 mass per player. Not a lot, but definitely better than having 200 or even 20 mass per player. So they're going to turn that, of course, into some units, structures, and throw it at one another. And in terms of mass point layouts, for 6 players on each team, there really isn't a lot. There's 2 twin mexes here on these middle sections of the map. For Team 2 side of the map specifically, there is a quad mex and a trimex. That being on the water side, a little pond or lake or ocean or whatever you want to call it. Definitely not an ocean. Most likely a lake or a pond. And a lot of one-offs just kind of in their main landmass. Most of the mass will be protected on both sides of the map, so it's not mainly going to be about trying to expand as much as they can because there's so many mexes on the map to grab. It's mainly going to be about defense, trying to keep what you have under control, maybe trying to raid a little bit on the other side of the map and trying to grab at least the middle mexes. But besides that, again, it's not going to be a huge focus on just go, 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 go. It's going to be a little bit slow in the beginning, but I expect it to really ratchet up, of course, as most games do occur. And I think I'm going to speed it up a little bit just because there's not really a lot of land on this map. There's one literal land bridge in the middle of the map, and I would assume that there's going to be, of course, an emphasis on water given the fact that there is a large pond to the northwest and a decent size to the southeast. And T1 Navy has been started here for Sui. I can see I Make War on You going for that eventually. You might send this engineer just to do a distance build. But so far, Team 1 getting the advantage in the naval game. We do see comms from Team 1 and 2 traveling in the northwestern pond over here. Looks like they're going for, at least one of them is going for the island in the middle. The other one might just be going for an assault on the main base against Cool. Let's just see, we'll just have to see what happens with that. I don't see Team 2's player of Yzma going all the way to the main base here for Cool, but we'll see if he does or not. I just don't think that's going to be the case. Navy has been established, and a transport has been built by Team 2's I Make War on You, getting those engineers off very, very quickly and spamming out Team 1 land facilities to secure this middle of the lake here. We do see a transport also outbound from Team 1 doing the exact same thing. Team 2 will have the advantage, though. The transport will land. The transport will not be denied, unfortunately, by Team 2, or for Team 2. But the engineers will land, immediately start building their own facilities. But Imek Warnu will have the advantage with 2v1. And the engineers immediately killed off. Don't even get a chance to do anything. And unfortunately for Team 1, that will deny those expansionary efforts for the time being. But for Team 1 in the northwest, both the mechs have been established. Floaty Tech on board here for Cybotron, going for those Zooids to harass Yzma's engineers, and as well as his mechs. His land facility, naval facility has been established, and it looks like he will just make landfall. Very surprising. Just essentially saying, hey, I'm just going to assault you head on, call it a day. Team 2 sending 2 comms to the middle. Team 1 sending 3 comms, it looks like, to the middle, at least in that direction. Bomber over the top, trying to, again, secure the environment over here. And we do see the bomber outbound from Team 2's Kung Fu Panda being denied. Torpedo started for Cool Dude in the land, or on the land, very interestingly. He is Torpedo, capable here pretty shortly, so surprised he's not actually in the water, given the fact it is torpedoes. We have some raiding going on against the naval facilities here for Sui. Going to build some T1 PD to try to protect against these Aurora, but unfortunately those Aurora will most likely kill off this facility. This one over here would be fine. The attack boats, the AA on board, those are decent, but not super great. And the Aurora being taken down by the frigates. The facility is almost destroyed, so once this is down, it only leaves Sweet with 1. Range upgrade almost started. We'll be able to establish a nice little bubble of protection, but this is the range at which you can fire at, so not a huge advantage, but it's something. The enemy's going to go for advanced range, so it'll increase that range just ever so slightly, of course. Looks like Team 2's Gangster producing some facilities down south as well, and Team 1 might establish another facility over here for Babel. So a lot of emphasis in Navy going down here for both teams in the southeastern section. Team 1, there's a little bit of a focus, not really a whole lot, but it does look like Yzma is going to reclaim the naval facility here for Cybotron, so deny him Navy for the time being. Torpedo launcher has been started. Doesn't look like that's going to make a whole lot of difference. And Cool Dude, again, going for that torpedo upgrade. I mean, he can go for it. I don't know how much use it's going to be, but he can go for it. Transport with some engineers, I would assume, on board. Nope, they're Lobos. Outbound from AI Gangster, moving north and then east to try to assault the base here, where Cool Dude essentially assassinated his eco and prevent him from doing much of anything in this game so far. And advanced range has been completed. Sweet, that is your range that you have access to. A little bit more, not by much, but you have been naval locked, unfortunately, here by the Aurora spam from Imek Warnu. He didn't even go for Navy. He went for pseudo-Navy. He went for, I'm just going to build a bunch of T1 spam and call it a day. And that's what he did. Team 1 isn't out of the Navy just yet. We do have Babel trying to make his way into that sort of game, but there are 3 facilities online for AI Gangster. AI Gangster being very much of sending some units over there, sending some units over there, sending some units down the middle. Very kind of spreading his influence out a little bit. Not really hyper-focusing on one side of the map or the other, which is a benefit and a curse depending on what your opponent uses to counter you with that. Stealth has been started here for Cool Dude, but I don't really think it's really going to do a whole lot. Yzma not going to go for the land incursion that I thought he was, but the transport does get dropped off. If Cool Dude is not paying attention, this could be huge. We do see a bomber also outbound from Team 2 from Yzma, taking out the radar. Will blind Team 1 a little bit on this western side. Some engineers and Mantis are on their way, but unfortunately the T2 mixes are the main target. Bomber over top will take out the T1 engineering storage and diminish the ability for Cool Dude to stock up on his energy reserves. The T1 naval facility has been destroyed. Team 1 is doing a very good job in holding off any sort of T1 bomber spam outbound from Team 2, but that's realistically about it so far. Transport with some units on board. It is more engineers trying to land a nice little beachhead. Is going to keep going. No, he's going to go over here, but again, it's not really going to do a whole lot. It does get spotted by Team 2, so it will be denied pretty quickly. And we have a couple players on Team 2 going for air, 3 of them in fact, going for T2 air. Don't know if they'll go all the way to T3, but at least T2 at a minimum. And the regular sub player of Kung Fu is going for T3, and the northeastern player of ADZ It has finished his T2 upgrade. T2 also online here for Gumbo. Gumbo going to come and assist in defensive measures over here to the west. A couple of the mechs were taken out, which really handicaps Cool Dude. His upgrade did finish, though, so he will have the stealth and torpedo upgrade. And T2 Air right next door to his old naval facilities. Gun speed has been started, and we might be seeing Sui going for a highly focused, the Aeon Sniper Commander that we do love to watch. We do see a Lobos outbound from AI Gangster once again. It does get spotted. The units do get dropped, so that transport will have successfully completed its mission. Will get shot down, but at least the units will be alive. And there are already bombers rotating over there, and unfortunately those units will be killed off. One more bomb will kill off all of them. The units aren't moving. We see those bombers inbound. It's not going to be a good day for those Lobos. And the bombs are dropping. There they go, and there they went. Looks like Sui gonna just use his comm highly aggressively on this little middle island, trying to force I Make War on You off. There are a lot of Aurora here, and they are coming into range of that commander. And I Make War on You is immediately going to build up some PD. Of course, the advanced range is on board that commander. So that T1 PD isn't really going to do a whole lot. It will discourage Sui from moving in with his comm directly. But a lot of those were getting in behind the commander, and I don't know if this was the best play. Probably needed to build the shield, most likely, to really defend against this. And Team 1 will lose their highest rated player. Oh, it's going to be close. He did get 1-star efficiency, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. And there he goes. Team 1 will lose their highest rated player of the game on their side of the map at 10.5 minutes. I do love the aggressiveness from Team 1, but there were just so many units built. Doesn't really matter. Yzma says 3v1. You're talking about the naval, air, land sort of engagement going on. Yzma doesn't have any upgrades on board that commander. Only has a little bit of efficiency. Trying to get a little bit more to at least get up to 1-star, but he's being bombarded. Torpedo bombers over the top here for Gumbo. Going to force him to stay out of the water. Hover. I don't know if there's hover bombs going on, but looks like those torpedoes are dropped. It might kill him right here. Sub 1600 drops him to sub 1300. And the Zui able to ground fire that commander. Torpedoes on board that sub are going to kill that commander of Yzma. It's not going to be a good day for him. And that torpedo bomber going to seal the fate of Yzma right here. One more torpedo will do it. Or not. Oh, there goes the torpedo. There it is. I was wondering when that was going to happen or not. There he goes. Team 2 loses their first play of the game. It is Yzma. He pushed too far forward. Team 1 built up a nice amount of units within the air or in the land or in the Navy. And there it goes. Team 2 loses their first player of the game at 12 minutes. It's now a 5v5 tied up game with comms remaining. Team 2 a little bit on the back foot in terms of the middle section of the map, but they're focused primarily more on the sides rather than the middle. The middle is just going to be a nice little sit here and throw mass at one another and call it a day. We do see, of course, nice little damaging of mechs going down here on Team 1 side of the map by Team 2. ASF's over the top here for Kung Fu Panda, doing a very good job in securing the skies above. There's a decent amount of swift winds as well here for Team 1's Ruby Red player of Babel. ASFs are easily going to be able to deal with that. And if he's not building governors, I don't know what he's doing. Yes, he is building governors. So one of the best UEF naval units in the game, the Governor class cruiser, to be able to throw not only AA but also missiles at their opponent. Very, very effective. We do see Team 1 retreating in the middle of the map right here for Babel. He's just going to fall back to a better position. We do see some transports. They have some weaponry on board them. Not a lot, but again, a couple of shots is better than nothing. Corsairs over top still targeting that commander. Swiftwind's going to come in and easily be able to dispatch those transports. Doesn't look like they're actually targeting the transports. They're targeting the Corsairs. That will do considerably more damage. And now we see some interceptors targeting said transports. Babel trying to get his way to safety. There are some PD being built, so that will take care of the rest of the land units here for LCR. And T3 is being established here for AI Gangster. He might go for Ravagers to secure the approach. Probably the idea that he's going to go with. And it looks like Team 2 has control of the southeastern pond. Team 1 has most of the control. There's actually really nothing in the water besides a T2 Naval and a T1 up there. Team 2 has been locked out of Navy for the time being. Gunships over the top going after engineers. They're building up T1AA. And the old position for Yzma is being assailed as we speak. And I think at this point I'm going to speed it up just a tiny smidgen because it's kind of died down a little bit, especially in the northwest and the middle. Looks like there's a little bit, of course, the missile spam outbound here from Team 2's AI Gangster. I want to say TI for some reason, but the Volcano does get destroyed, which means the TMD are down. At least some of them are down, opening up the door for that cruiser to fire more of its missiles at other targets. And I might warn you, has claimed this little grouping of T1 mechs is over here. So again, trying to get as much mass as he can. Team 2 barely ahead in the mass game than Team 1. Probably about 20 or so mass, 30 or so mass, depending on reclaim and power generation and all of that. Both teams at T3 air, at least you would assume at this point. Yep, and a second player on Team 1 has gone for T3 air, and a third one will go for T3 air. So, and nope, just 3 players so far. So 3 players on Team 1 going for T3 air. Team 2, 2 of them have gone T3, and I wouldn't be surprised to see Frederic could go for T3 air as well, or even AI Gangster go for T3. Either over, probably over here would be better, but just to make sure that he keeps his, he doesn't put his T3 air over here and then it gets assailed by naval forces. But he has dropped a bunch of engineers to the northwest corner, spamming up T1 naval facilities. Love this play. Team 1 will spot it, but at least it is there. It will divert a lot of attention away from the front line. That will give a little bit of time for Team 2 to try to get a position back over there. Love that play. Very much AI Gangster is, I'm going to annoy him over there. I'm going to annoy them over there. I'm going to send some units over there, send some units over there. He's doing a very good job of, he's spreading himself thin, but the benefit of doing that is you can affect a wide range of targets. So far, that strategy has worked out for him. We'll see if it continues to work for it. Looks like there's some Corsairs targeting the comm of Kuehl. He's deep underneath the water, so they won't be able to hit him with their missiles, missile bombs, or whatever you want to call them, but he's going after the flak. It doesn't provide a nice forward operating position here for Team 1. More cruisers being spammed up by said Gangster to try to, again, force back Team 1. Going after the Mechs here, trying to assassinate the Eco. Love to see this against Team 1. Will give Team 2 a larger lead in terms of mass generation. Able to further their game. It looks like a lot of naval buildup here for Team 1 starting to materialize. Destroyer and cruiser online. It is Seraphim in nature, which means Team 1 also has access to the cruiser missile spam that can occur from the Seraphim units. Just like the UEF, it is not only native to the UEF, but also the Aeon have access to it, but it's for T3. So, and that's a missile ship, and the missile ship is scary. The amount of missiles on board that missile ship is very, very scary. And you can see the cruisers overwhelming the TMD. There are some shields here, so it does provide a little bit of protection. There's a couple of T2 artillery and miasmas. They're going to try to force back those governors as well. Keep them moving and make sure they just don't sit there. Miasma firing, opening up. Going to take out that cruiser almost instantaneously. Ouch. That's what we have to say to that is ouch. Corsairs over the top here for Team 2's Frederic. Nope. Going to be called off. Don't want to be killed off. We do see a transport T2 in nature going with some T1 Medusa. They have some EMP weapons on board them, so they can stun a couple of units. Going after the P-Gens so far, but they need to get into the main base. The TMD are the main target. Then after that, Corsairs coming to the top to, again, try to assist with that. Doesn't really get a lot with that, but the Medusa will definitely make their way forward. More TMLs are being built. You can see the EMP starting to take effect and taking out those TMDs, opening the door for his teammate of AI to come in with his missile-capable cruisers. They are going to be targeting all those units, and then they move over, kill all the Medusa off, but the damage is done. Most of the TMDs are down, and now some T1 PD are going to be built to prevent that incursion once again. Unfortunately, though, the PD can't outrange the T1 artillery, at least the mobiles. T1 artillery outranges T1 PD. It would be T2 PD that they would need to be built to be able to counter those artillery a lot more effectively. T3 air has been established for Frederic, so 3 players on Team 2 have gone for T3 air. So far, the 4th one that I expect to do so has not. But that swarm of T1 facilities in the northwest here for AI Gangster has proven very useful in taking out the T2 naval headquarters here for Cool Dude. He just cannot seem to get himself established in the Navy. He has made landfall, starting to force back Team 2 on this western edge, but I mean, he is exposed over there. He has T2, Stealth, and Torpedo. He probably should go for Nano at a minimum. And T3 broadswords online, trying to shoo away those frigates. And then torpedo bombers as well coming in to assist. This is going to be the main focus of Team 1's attention here in the northern pond, in keeping this facility online. Lots of AA, lots of torpedo launchers just to make sure that it stays online. They need to go either for mass T2 cruiser or go for T3 and go for aircraft carriers to really secure this position a lot better. Or just go for Hathums, the T3 battleships. They could also go for that. In the east side of things, it's pretty much died down. Again, the main conflict occurring in the northwestern section. Now, the middle's kind of just there. It just exists. There's not really a lot going on. And at 21 minutes on the clock, Team 1, 5 players left. Team 2, also 5 players left. Team 1, map controls, again, going to be very varied just due to the fact that there's a lot of water, especially in the northwestern section. So it's kind of hard to, quote-unquote, own water unless you have pretty much the entire water section surrounded. I'm going to say 45 for Team 1, 55 for Team 2, just due to the fact that Team 1 has a little bit less power over here, but they have a little bit more power over here. But let me know down in the comments who you think is going to currently win this game at 21.5 minutes. And if you haven't done so already, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and thank you so very much for watching at this point in the video. I really do appreciate it. And of course, let's go ahead and see how this game does unfold. Gunships rerouted to the northwest to deal with all of these spam facilities. It wasn't going to last very long. It was a nice play. It forced back Cool at a minimum in terms of the naval progression, but it wasn't going to last. I knew it was going to last. It's more of, again, a distracting tactic. But to be fair, Cool Dude just still PD creeping against Team 2's AI Gangster. He's now lost an entire mass worth of base worth of mass, and that does a little bit to Team 2's overall eco at 1.1k versus 800, but damage is still there. In Team 2 ahead by almost 300 mass. Team 1 needs to either assassinate more mexes or scale up their eco a little bit more. We do see some missiles outbound going after the T2 naval headquarters here for AI Gangster. There are some TMD on board the Governor class cruisers, so they're able to deter a little bit of tactical missile spam. But so far, they're just going to be constantly launching against this position. And in the west, we do see that rest of the Navy coming in to claim the beachhead. Team 2's AI Gangster forcing back Cool Dude with his longer range T3 Ravagers. Missiles outbound going after the mexes over here to the west. Want to do at least some damage as much as possible. ASF will kill this guy's above AI's position, building some T3. But now he's going to be facing down some T1 spam. Looks like he's targeting the AA. That's not really going to do a whole lot, unfortunately, due to the fact that Team 1 has the air above that position. Lots of ASFs online here for Team 1. Team 2 does not have any sort of ASF Air Force, so they're definitely on the back foot for that. TMD says LCR. Yeah, he's lost 3 mexes so far. He's going to build some TMD over here. Needs to build more over there. And the missile's now raining in on AI Gangster's position. He will lose it. He's trying to hold on as much as he can. Has some triads as well going after those T1 units, but the broadswords are here going after the T3 units. AI Gangster will be killed off here. There is no escape. Will he get focused down? ASFs from Team 2 do come in to assist a little bit. They do not kill off the gunships, unfortunately. And those gunships will let him be for the time being. Laser has been finished for Frederic. He's going for Telemaser? Nope, he's going for Cloaking. So he's not going to go for Telemaser. AI Gangster and trying to hide in the water over here to the west. There are some brick supports coming in from his teammate of Frederic. And it looks like he will escape. Very, very unfortunate here for Team 1. Did not want to kill off AI Gangster. I feel like he's doing a very good job so far in this game. Killing him off would have been a good idea, but I guess Team 1 had different ideas. And T3AA doing a very good job taking out most of the broadswords here. Taking out most of the TMD, not TMD, the TMD and the PD. And now that the cruisers don't have a lot of TMD to deal with, they're able to open up with those missile spam. Cloaking has been started here for Frederick. He's getting that upgrade done very, very quickly. All Team 1 needs to do is get some spy planes, and that nullifies that Cloaking comm. And maybe he'll transport himself over to Team 1 side of the map. There is a Omni over there, so he has to be very careful about that. And it looks like there's some issues with the clip side over here between these two players. Cruisers trying to spam up, take out the shields, but are there any TMDs? Well, there are. They're just taking out all the PD that's being built, so not really going to work out. Team 1 PD attacking T1 PD. And again, Team 2 is starting to lose their lead in terms of the mass generation. 1.1 versus 1.2. They're in the lead, but just barely. And more TMLs launching here from Cool Dude's position. He's trying to constantly harass Gangster's Mechs to again slow him down. Those missiles are devastating because they spread out once they're shot. This position here trying to be established. TMLs have now been, sorry, TMDs have been built to deter that. Continental with some blazes on board, taking out these units here in the middle island. T3 land is going to be established here pretty shortly, but it might be denied by Team 1. So iMechWarrior needs to divert some resources over there to kill off those blazes. Blazes don't do a lot of damage, thankfully, at least for, in iMechWarrior's position. But those blazes should be targeting all the engineers going for that upgrade. And there are some more blazes outbound from iMechWarrior. The T3 land operation might be denied, but we will just have to see. But the missile spam is in full swing here for Team 1. They're really leaning into it. Lots of destroyers and lots of cruisers. Team 1 will have this on lock. There's nothing that Team 2 can do for the time being to force Team 1 back. Cool Dude assaulting some Othams in the water with his own torpedo upgrade. And is doing a pretty good job of it, sitting at 18,000 hit points versus the 4,700 on board each of the Othams. Let's win air, says ADZ. Looks like Team 2 has built up a nice ASF force to counter Team 1's. I don't know. It's probably about the same. I don't know the exact numbers. Just based on sizes of grouping, it looks like Team 1, the bomber spam is real. That's a lot of T1 bombers. That's a lot of damage. That is a lot. That is a lot. That is, I don't know, way too many possibly, maybe. 139, and they're not stopping. They're just going to blanket Team 2 in fire. They are shimmers, so they're not scorchers, so I can't say holy napalm, but it is not a good day here. It looks like it's going to just be a distraction here to allow Team 1 to engage the ASF forces from Team 2, but those bombers are given multiple targets to go after. Help with destroyers, says Cool Dude, and the gunships over here to the east taking out this position here, going for engineers, but it's not going to be built in time. I feel like iMechWarrior could have just canceled it and done a lot better with it. All those bombers have been denied. Some of them did reach their targets, but not too many of them. And the whalers sitting down here next to the cruisers. That's funny. Gunships now moving in to take out the cruisers. And the whalers have popped up to say hi. ASF coming and say, nope, sorry, you can't say hi. He's busy doing homework or whatever. One cruiser remains. One gunship remains. The gunship will probably win that fight. Yep, the gunship will win that fight. T2 cruisers still under production here for Gangster. ASF's jostling back and forth to see who will make the official first move. And Otham still surrounding Cool Dude, but Cool Dude is still perfectly fine. He's nice and cool, just hanging under the water. Not really worrying about a whole lot. Othams are annoying, but they're not that annoying. And torpedo bombers will come in and again deal with all of that pressure. Team 2, I mean, they had a nice thing going in the middle. They have a chicken as well, and that chicken is going to look down at his opponent and go, sorry, sir, but we are closed for today. And that is devastating. Tons of cruisers going down to that chicken. Ooh, that's rough. That was all the damage that Team 2 really needed. Take out, I think, actually all of the cruisers are down. Even if the chicken dies, that's worth its weight in gold. Team 1 bombers on approach. Gunships as well. That chicken's going to go back to base. Got to ring conveyancy for it. It will get pretty close. ASFs are moving into position. iMechWarrior probably should move in to assist as well. Those bombers are moving in. ASF's trying to use this gunship as this chicken as a way to draw the forces in from Team 2. Looks like they might. It's like it's going to happen. Is it not going to happen? Chicken going to receive a lot of fire to the feet. ASFs do move in, and there is the air fight we've been looking for all game. Team 1 and Team 2's ASF intermingle. There are 4 groups of ASFs in here, 2 from Team 1, 2 for Team 2. And it looks like the chicken will make it pretty close back to base. It will die. That was to be expected. But it looks like Team 1's ASF force has been destroyed. Team 2 has air control at a minimum. The chicken has been defeated, but the goal of the chicken has been accomplished. The cruiser pressure was denied. It took a lot of AA out of the fight here for Team 1, and it netted Team 2 the victory for that air engagement. This is pretty big here for Team 2, allowing them to get a little more breathing room in that realm of the game. In order for Team 1 to really fight back in the land or Navy, you need to get T2 Salem destroyers and walk on land, walk on the land bridge, or transport them over. And this is huge here for Team 2. I don't know if it'll win them the game, but it definitely puts them in a huge position to start protecting their base a lot better. Huge air grid here for I Make War on You. He's saying to himself and the world, this is an air fight. I am going to win it. And it looks like a T3 artillery will be started here pretty shortly by Team 2's air player. And I'm surprised. Oh no, that is a missile launcher. So Team 2's LCR going for Nuke, and SMD over here for AI Gangster. That's good. Probably should put an SMD pretty close to that Nuke as well. Monkey online here for Frederic. He has the cloaking online. Just wants an opening to get over there. Strap bombers moving into the east here for Team 1. What are they going for? Maybe some T3 mechs over here is probably what they're going for. And they're going to get both of them killed off, unfortunately, here for Team 2. That's going to hurt. One more will kill off that T3, and I think the ASFs might respond. They might not. Regardless, a couple of strap bombers for some T3 mechs in a very annoying position. Definitely worth it. They did fly off screen. I don't know where they went. There they are. They're over there. And those cruisers still being a little bit annoying here for Team 1. Do they have any very spicy plays in their backyards? Strap bombers, bug. Oh, that's disappointing. Team 1 built a bug, but they don't have air control, so that's not great. That bug's just going to die. More strap bombers. Lots of strap bombers for Team 1, and they're coming out of Babel. He's sitting at 12. That is possibly a snipe on the cards. Team 1, do you have anything else in the rear? Just air grid. Team 1 definitely is, I mean, they're trying to keep Team 2 in check with the air grids, but I think Team 2 has the more impressive of the air grids. At least out of I Make War on You and, of course, the main air player. Nuke has been built and is loading pretty decently quickly. Chicken being produced right next door. Because why not? Any engineers are sitting there hanging out. Arty has been started for Team 2's I Make War on You, and a secondary one over here, of course, already in the yellow. Team 2 trying to end the game, not necessarily just survive it. Team 1, have you tried to do any of that? Nope. T3, battleships coming online. Air grids being expanded out here for Gumbo. And nothing else here for Team 1. SMD coming online. I'm assuming they know about the nuke at this point. Oh, that's Team 2. No, they don't know about the nuke, and Team 2 probably wants to keep it that way. There's a land army starting to emerge on the plateau here for Team 2 once again. And the southeastern section of the map has kind of been very quiet ever since that gunship kind of took out all those land facilities. In the west, land operations have occurred here for Babel. That's not really going to go anywhere due to those optims that bound from LCR. And Gangster still hiding out in that pond. But now with the longer range units of the battleships able to target these TMDs and PDs. A lot of TMDs to counter all of the missile spam, so those will be very useful for denying any sort of buildup for the time being. But restores are online. What are they going for? T2 Navy might be. There's a lot of AA nearby. The cruisers are going to be targeting those gunships, I would assume. And the restore is targeting the transport and the cruiser at the same time. Another air fight occurs once again over top. There is some AA here for Team 1, and there's a third group of ASFs for Team 1. So it is a 3v2, but it looks like Team 2 still might have the advantage. No, Team 1 gains the advantage, I think. Kind of hard to tell. There's a lot of colors here. It's yellow and gray versus red, glow-in-the-dark green, and orange. The store is providing a little bit more firepower in that realm as well. Looks like it might just be a tie. The gunships are all killed off. So that attack doesn't really go either team's way, but it looks like in terms of net, Team 1 does benefit a lot more. And it's about a little bit even here for Team 1. I think Team 1's ahead just by a little bit. Land incursion does occur here on Team 2's doorstep. Monkey rerouted to the west. There's some Othams, Team 1 spam, also some Yenzin as well. So all the tech that can either float or sink underneath the surface of the water is here. And this land army will be stopped. Team 2 will lose some infrastructure, and the missile launcher capable cruisers are still going to be annoying. Comm over here to the east has been spotted by Team 1, and there are some artillery landing this. Frederic probably should retreat at least a little bit. There are torpedoes on board those destroyers. And the T2 naval headquarters has either been reclaimed or destroyed or both. And Bug over top targeting the comm of I Make War on You. He doesn't have a lot of AA nearby. The rest of those ASF coming in to target said Bug. Could be taking out that emissary, but guess not. And Team 2's ASF force might just be enough to take out that Bug. Team 2 will just donate some mass. Team 1 would donate to Team 2. The Bug goes, nah, it's probably not worth going after the comm, and gets shot down. Almost kills off a T3 Pigeon and a decent amount of mass fabs. But that is it. I think that was a strat bomber, I think, over top. Yep, that's killed off. And Team 1's attempt to assassinate the player of I Make War on You does not succeed. Gives Team 2 some mass. And, I mean, it doesn't really kill off a lot of ASFs because they were just being produced and killed. But T3 artillery has been built by the rearguard airstrike player of Kung Fu Panda. Lovely mass gift says I Make War on You. That's funny. It was funny because I made the comment 200,000 mass. What? 200,000 mass. What? In terms of the total? No. 10,000 mass. What is it? The numbers make no sense. Total 157,000 mass. I don't know what he's talking about. 200,000 mass. But this amount of cruisers and battleships pressuring Team 2's western line. You need to hold that position out for a little bit longer. Nuke is online for Team 2. They just need a target to go after. They could go after this over here. There is no SMD. There is one over here. It is loaded, so over here to the west will be fine. Nuke is launching, going after this position right here. There is a SMD right there. That's not going to feel good here for Team 2. That nuke will be denied. And I think the cruisers and the battleships going, yeah, and just in case they targeted us, I'm not going to be there. Air grid is the one being assailed here from Team 2's artillery, and it's going to go up in smoke here pretty shortly. A couple more shots, pretty well placed shots, will do it in. Team 1 needs to get some shields online. There are some shields here for the rear guard. Going for a Scathers currently for ADZ. So that'll be very interesting to watch the watering can of the game. Looks like some engineers that shot a little bit to the right. Strat Bombers going after somebody, but get denied once again, so that's not going to work. Strat Bombers outbound going after Team 2's I Make War on You. Will this work? There is a lot of AA being built. I Make War on You doesn't repeat what happened last time. Bombs are released. Going after the SMD. The SMD is still alive. 600 hit points remaining. That is got her ADZ drop island for mass. 600 HP, says Babel. And it does get taken out by some cruiser fire from Team 1. They've been able to expand due to that T2 naval headquarters over here to the north. And does Team 1 have a nuke? That's usually why you go after the SMDs, at least primarily. I do not see a nuke anywhere. And the air grid has been essentially annihilated here for Gumbo. And there goes another air facility. If he loses his T3 air, that is it for him for a little bit. Don't see a nuke. I mean, the Hathums can build nukes, but... Oh, that one is loaded with a nuke. That's it. That's the nuke. That might go after I Make War on You. Does that even have the range for that? Does Cybotron have the range on that nuke? Yes, the yellow is the nuke range, I believe. Oh, that is pretty big here for Team 1. Once he loads that, once he fires it, that's not going to be good. Builds a SMD immediately, starts loading it as fast as he can. And I Make War on You goes, no, I'm out of here, see you bye. His emissary has been completed. And I don't know what it's targeting, but it's not going to be a good day here for Team 1 once that thing comes online. And in the east, just more and more bombers up on Nuke will launch. Where's it going after? Going after this position. SMD nearby is going to be the thing that denies it. Oh, I think there was a vector that Team 1 could have used to take out I Might Roar on you, but it's the disappointment. SMD will fire, deny the nuke, and that has got to hurt. Team 2, do you know where they all are? Artillery, and they still don't know about the one back there. And then Team 1, do you know about... No, you don't. They don't know anything what's going on back there. So that is not looking good so far. And the Monkey Lord being a nice little cheeky boy running around. Going to stand on top of some dead Optims, but just going to be fired upon by missiles. Got to move that monkey. That monkey's going to receive a lot of firepower. Oh, it's going there go the hit points. Ooh, both by missiles and by artillery fire from those Hathums. Almost killed off the monkey. Pretty close to another nuke for that Western Hathum, though. Spy plane mission over the top, getting a nice readout. Lots of AA, both T1, T3, not really a lot of T2. One spy plane reaches the back. They won't see the Scathus, I think. And the Scathus is being produced a lot slower than I thought it would be. 40 minutes on the clock. Team 1, of course, has lost one of their major air grids. They still have, well, I was going to say still have 2 more, but this one's being assailed as we speak. Or assaulted or annihilated. But Team 2 loses Babel due to a Colossus. Oh, Team 2 loses a player of LCR. It is now a 4v5 in favor of Team 1. That Colossus will die, though. Might get a monkey kill. Actually, might not due to the firepower that is here. Don't know what LCR was doing here. Maybe he had a missile launcher on his backpack. I don't know. But I don't know what I said there about who lost who, but Babel kills off LCR. Like I said, it's a 4v5 in favor of Team 1. Team 2 has 2 artillery pieces online and a lot more air grid. Team 1 has lost essentially 1.5 of their air grids. The main one back here is still online. Scathus does get finally pinged by Team 2, so they know about it. And are the artillery from Team 2's Amak Warren U able to attack it? Is it? It is in range. Okay, I don't see the circles. So, how about the one for Panda? Is that one able to target any? No, it cannot. So it can't target the Scathus. That one's out of range. That one over here is just barely in range. AI Gangster making a point that there is now a crab coming out of the water here for Team 1, so that's not going to go well. And there are some some Salems. Love to see the legs stretch forth out of those holes and prove a point that even a naval unit can also be a land unit, just like a lot of land units can be naval units. Team 1 severely pressuring Team 2. Team 2 operating at less than, I'd say, 25% of the map, maybe 25%, maybe even less than that. But their eco is about the same, considering Team 1, again, owns almost the entire, they own the top half of the map, plus, I'd say almost the right side of the middle. If you cut it down the middle, it's the right. Cut across the top, that's them. Yeah, Team 1 owns a lot more than Team 2. Team 2 is holding out, though. Chicken going to try to do what it can. Offense support as well. Outbound from Team 1, Side Beltron. And 2 more monkeys coming in to assist. The crab is going to start to retreat. And there goes that Ion Storm, targeting a lot of those Optims inbound. SMD, of course, might be a target. Other Nuke launcher will be the target as well. Nuke also about to load. Needs to go out probably at this land and naval army / fleet. Gumbo starting teleporter. Is he a Cybran? No, he's a UEF. We might see a Telebilly nuke. Artillery is landing against that Scathus that has been destroyed by Team 2. So while Team 1 was building a game ender, it was denied. And bombers over the top, taking out anything that they can. Should be focusing on the crab, in my opinion, not the Optims. That was an artillery shell that just flew on by. Building another monkey, building another artillery. What's Emic Warren doing? Building probably another artillery here pretty shortly. Sorry. Crab almost constructed here for Frederic. The position here for LCR has been essentially destroyed. It's under the command of Gangster now. But originally it was LCR. Move Spider says Team choose Gangster. SMD is loaded. Nuke will be denied. He has his own Duke as well with a satellite. So, again, Gangster really just expanding his abilities to fire at his opponent. SMD will deny that nuke. So these two things still producing nukes, but not getting anywhere so far. Crab being produced underneath the surface of the water here for Kuehl up front. And with 3 artillery pieces online, 2 of them able to... both of them able to target that? No. Oh, they are both able to target that air grid here for Team 1. That is not good for Team 1. They're winning the game on the land side of things, but that's realistically about it so far. Air is kind of up in the air. I think Team 2 actually doesn't even have air. Autumn's getting the main base here for Gangster. Drop bombers over the top trying to deny all the Autumns. Getting a nice little AoE on that. The main target will be the satellite and the artillery piece, which I don't think they'll have enough units to still go for that. Monkey coming into range of the Crab. The Crab trying to retreat, getting out of range. Chicken now online here for Cybotron, trying to push Team 2 back even further south. Team 1 not really making that much of an effort in the eastern pond. There goes the Crab. The Crab has been defeated. Large grouping of ships could easily be taken out by a nuke by Team 2, but they might want to save it for something else. Well, it's not even loaded yet. Excuse me. There it is. It is loaded. Will it launch immediately? If it takes out all of that fleet, it does provide a lot of time for Team 2 to deal with this. Drop bombers over the top, trying to still target that Duke. Lots of Team 1 bombers online from multiple air players. That is a scary amount of artillery. Looks like there's a second artillery piece online somewhere. 1, 2, 3. Looks like there was a 4th one somewhere. It looked like there were 4. 1, 2. Maybe it's just fire. Well, no, there is a second one. Excuse me. There are 2 of them. Oh, what am I saying? 2 of them are online for Kung Fu Panda. So he's taking out the air grid here for Team 1's Babel. So again, even if Team 1 wins the air fight, it's not going to really matter long term due to the fact that their air grids are just being demolished as we speak. Looks like the comm of Babel's being targeted, and some Mercies got shot out of the sky. So that's never fun. Gumbo going for a tactical Billy nuke. So he's again has the teleporter online. He might try to tele Billy, but we'll see if that actually works for him. And bombers going after all of the Salem class destroyers that are now decided to be land units. And this oppressive firepower from the Navy needs to be dealt with by Team 2 shortly. Nuke can be easily targeting these groups of units. Could even clip the comm of Kuehl too. Tactical Billy nuke is done. Will he teleport in immediately? He has to, he has to build it first. Okay, he has to build it first and then he can teleport in. But Team 1's ASF are being demolished very, very quickly. They don't have a lot of ASF remaining. Bug online once again here. And ADZ being targeted by artillery. I don't know if that was just happenstance because that's where his SMD was, or if he is the main target. And as well as, of course, Babel looks like he's also the main target. Maybe they're targeting P-Gens, I don't know, but it just kind of happens to be the coincidence. Crab moving forward. And lots of cruisers and destroyers here going to prevent any sort of incursion from the land and the air. Nuke might be the way in there. But the Duke is still online. Second one under construction. Looks like the second satellite was either reclaimed or denied or whatever. And Babel is defeated by Kung Fu Panda's artillery. Already says Babel. Oh, he's sad faced about that. Team 1 loses another player. It is a 4v4 at 46 minutes. And Team 2 holding in, just spamming out bombers as much as they can. Yeah, too much, says ADZ. Well, Team 1 could go for their own artillery. Just haven't done so yet. It's been a while that they've known about Team 2's artillery, and they haven't transitioned. They had gone into that focus. They were going for a Scathus, but that was denied, so that doesn't really work. Their main force, main attention is over here to the west. There's a little bit of action here to the east, but there's a lot of TMDs online. There are some Summit-class battleships also online now, so they're going to try to take out those TMDs as well. And the Monkey is coming into range of those destroyers. And the Monkey, will he go for it? Will he not? He needs to go for it. If he's not going to go for it, it's not really worth it. And the Crab says, hello, I'm here to stay, hello. And the Crab will start to fire, wants to stay out of range of the destroyers' laser cannons. Slowly but surely just take out all of the cruisers. And it's not going well. Monkey's going to continue forward as well. Nuke launching, not right there. It's going to launch here. SMD is online. Is it loaded? I would assume, because I thought I saw 2. And there is 2 in there. Explosion once again in the southeast by Team 2's Gumbo. Gumbo's going to teleport out of there. Doesn't really do a lot of damage, though, to the air grid. I think it took out a couple of facilities, but that's it. IMEC Warren uses Calm. Calm does teleport out of there. And you'll have to build another Billy Nuke. And Team 2's experimentals do crush most of that fleet. They aren't able to target the Hathums over there, but at least the cruisers and destroyers are taken out. So that amount of TMLs are dealt with for the time being. Bombers over the top taking out all of the cruisers and all of the engineers over here to the east. I wish I could get rid of that mass fab. I don't need to know how much mass fabs people have. I don't know. I don't. Do not care. Do not want it there. Do not care about it. Make it go away. And it's just going to be oppressive artillery fire for a while. Team 1, again, still hasn't tried to build their own. I guess they don't want to build it, but I feel like they should, especially when Team 2 has 1. They could build a second one right there. 2, 3, 4 of them online. 5th one halfway done. 6th one is done, so 5 online. 6th one is underway. Frederic built an experimental. Is it another crab? Yes, it is. Team 2 sitting at 1.6k. Team 1 at 1.3k. A lot of that due to the assassinations by the satellite. 35,000 mass on board that one satellite. And Team 2 literally just targeting P-Gens and Mexes at this point. Trying to, again, slowly just suffocate Team 1. Strap bombers over top running around, taking out facilities over there. Summit class moving closer into range. Missiles outbound, but do get denied by Team 2's comprehensive TMD. Nuke 'em, says Sui. Nuke 'em. Does Team 1 have a nuke? If they do, where is it? I don't see it. Maybe the Hathums, I'm imagining. None of them are loaded. Don't see an actual nuke anywhere. Awasaw Bomber is under construction. Cool Dude built an experimental, probably another crab. I do not see anything. Actually, maybe it got transferred over. And Bug over top once again trying to target the artillery here for Team 2's AI Gangster. And Shield will stay online. ASF coming to assist. Is it going to be enough? Oh, it's not going to be enough. The Bug's going to land right next to it, but doesn't destroy it. And the other gunships are taken out. Artillery landing against this position. I don't know. I think they're literally just targeting T3 Mexes at this point. I do not know what they're going after. IMEC War on You has suffered a couple more shots, but looks like he's doing pretty well. His SMD was taken out for a second time. He's built it now a third time. So he's like, I'm out of here. See you, bye. I'm not going to deal with this anymore. And Team 2, another disruptor going to be built here by Frederic. And nuke launch is going to be built by Kung Fu Panda. He has 3 disruptors online. Not everything is in range. The only base that's relatively fine so far is ADZ. ADZ is going for cloaking next. I mean, why cloaking? Go for teleporter at this point. And Chicken to the west. It might be enough to take out the Duke. And the Crabs coming in to take out this position here for Team 2's AI Gangster. It looks like his base will be destroyed. All of the focus now on T3 Ravagers to try to slow the approach of this group of units. Awasaw Bomber over top. That's not going to help that situation out any. Shield does get most of the brunt. And the artillery will be taken out with the satellite, of course. The bomber does get destroyed. Chicken turns around for a brief second and misses the opportunity to go after the Duke. This could be enough to save AI Gangster's base. Tons of Ravager fire opening up on the monkey. Oh, the Crab might be in range of that second Duke and that satellite. More shields are going to be built. Going to target the Fat Boy. Oh, AI Gangster, he might just be fine. And T2 Triads also. Oh, the Fat Boy goes down. A nuke's outbound. The SMD is down in that base. That nuke will land. And another Billy Nuke outbound here from Team 1's Gumbo, trying to do what he can in harassing his opponent. Artillery now landing at this position, taking out the T3 Naval Headquarters. And again, with the oppressive firepower of the artillery from Team 2, I don't know if it's going to be enough. There it goes. Kaboom! There it goes. Killed off almost 2 Dukes and a Novax and a bunch of engineers. So AI Gangster's essentially out of the game for the time being. Boo Nuke landing down here. Not really going after anything system critical. There are some more TMDs built, so that will deny any more Billy Nukes from landing in his base. Says Frederic. There he is over there. And again, as you can see, Team 1 owns a ton of the landmass on the map, but Team 2 is just proven to be a little bit too much of a hard shell to crack. You know, there's only so much range that the cruisers have, that the the T3 battleships have on the game in terms of course, range. Lots of TMLs over here now being targeted by T3 artillery. That's not going to feel good here for Team 1. There they go. Oh, takes out that. And bombers over top going to clear out the rest of those. Detected. Another nuke outbound here from Team 1. Looks like it's from... Nope, wait. No, it's from Team 2. Going after this position for Gumbo. He's kind of just sick and tired of it. And if the Tort bombers don't kill him, then the nuke will. Oh, there they go. They're launching. They're going to kill the comm of Gumbo, so the nuke won't be needed. But just in case, Team 2 claims another victim. It is a 3v4 in favor of Team 2. And that nuke will come in, kill off some ASFs maybe. Kaboom. I'm not going to do it very loud because it's not really that effective because the comm is dead. But still, I do like that even if the bombers wouldn't kill him, the nuke would definitely kill him. So is it needed? No. Is it good to have that backup? Yes. And looks like a lot of this team is starting to be not falling out, but just slowly when you can still win, keep building, says 3. Team 1, 1.3k, Team 2, 1.5k. Probably needs more artillery, to be fair, or more artillery, more shields, probably both. Paragon is going to be started here by I Make Raw on You. And with that, that's not going to be good here. Going to go for another bug. I just feel like Team 1 had so much time to go for artillery. They just are very much against the idea. It's been proven by Team 2 that it's very useful. They tried to win the game via land, sea, and air, but it's just not working. Tons of just little buzzing mosquitoes just ripping apart all of those hit points on board the summits. ASF's going to come in and clear the skies. We also see some torpedo bombers as well. It's not really going well here for Team 1. They're just starting to collapse. They had a lot of pressure in the northwest. Almost half of Team 2's main landmass has been either destroyed or is occupied or both. We see the Monkey Lord coming in, clearing out the land invasion in the west. And more Galactic Colossus just securing the area over here. All the engineers scooping up all the mass, funneling the construction of another nuke. One is loaded. The second one is halfway there. And Paragon has been started and has been the focus of Team 2. If that gets finished, that's it. I think that's game at that point. Unless it's immediately destroyed. But... they definitely don't know about it. They assume it's something if they're looking at it, but I mean, they don't really know what's going on. Well, that's Team 1. Or that's Team 2. Team 1, they know about all of the artillery, just haven't gone after it yet, but there's a lot of things to go through first. A lot of AA and Babel ping over here for something. Teleporter is done here for Frederic, so he's transitioned from cloaking to teleportation. We might see a scenario in which he gives his life and assassinates a player on Team 1. And then I Make War on You inherits everything that Frederic does. It's in the yellow. Paragon is in the yellow. 25% completed. Artillery online for Frederic. Going to build another one. And Nuke is launching. It's going to kill off this nuke here for Team 2. Team 2 needs to launch this nuke immediately. Oh, where is that nuke outbound? Oh, it's up there over there from the hub. Boom. Team 2, you need to launch it. You have 2 nukes loaded. You might as well use them. You might as well use them. Come on. The worst thing to see is see a nuke. Oh, it's going to launch. He sees it coming. He won't build the second one. Will it launch in time? No, it won't launch in time. Oh, that's so devastating. Oh, that has got to hurt. Oh, AI Gangster. Oh, not I Make War on You. If I mentioned I Make War on You, that's not AI Gangster. Almost launched. It needed a couple more seconds. Oh, 55 minutes on the clock. This might be enough. And Galactic Colossus has been started. more of them to the west, intercepting those Monkey Lords. Again, Team 2 is just constantly losing territory. ASF's over the top here for Team 1's last remaining air player, essentially, of ADZ coming in to clear up the skies. Both of those monkeys are dead. The crab and the chicken suicide. And 2v1, those Colossus will win that fight. Oh, the nuke almost launched. So disappointing. It's even the wreck is open. You can see that the wreck is just, it's so devastating. So very devastating. Especially because he was almost close to a second one. So not only did he not able to launch the first one that he had in there, he almost built the second one on top of it. It hurts. It hurts. Looks like the Colossus is going to walk down the crab. Nuke outbound from Team 2? Team 1? But teleportation outbound from Frederic, targeting the air grid. He sacrificed his life and does teleport out at the last second. That was close. Oh, no, yeah, it's outbound from the Liberator, outbound from Kung Fu Panda. Going after this position, I'm assuming, based on the tracking. And that position will be destroyed. Lots of shielding. T3 Quantum Gateway. Not really a huge base to lose, but it's still annoying. T3 land will be killed off. But SMD barely covers it. And artillery in the east, again, targeting the rest of the air grid for, that is Cybeltron. New SMD, says Babel. I don't think they need an SMD. SMD over there. Most of the air grid is done, and thus the T3 air facility headquarters has been destroyed. And I think it's just the beginning of the end. Once this Paragon comes online, I think it's just salvations, and that's game. I think I'm going to speed it up a little bit. Team 1, they've done a huge amount of effort. Team 2 has lost base after base after base after base. But the three south players, that being I Make War on You, Frederic Kud, and Kung Fu Panda, have really pulled it through. The air definitely being a huge player in the game. Obviously Navy and land as well, but the air really playing a role in surviving for Team 2. And AI Gangster has done a very good job of attacking in the north, attacking in the east, attacking down the middle, attacking with his comm a little bit, retreating, still holding position, getting an artillery and a satellite online. Did a great job in taking out that Scathus. And now the base here for Kiel Dude is going to be targeted by artillery. That's not going to survive anytime soon. Paragon is almost to the green, almost 75% completed. Team 1 could put a little bit more pressure on this base here for I Make War on You. Just doesn't want to pressure it. Should get more summits online to really pressure it. And I Make War on You, all mass into land experimental. Nuke gonna land right here. I think that's barely out of range if I would assume. Oh, no, it might actually land in range. We'll see. That's outbound from where? Oh, those Hathums still. And chicken roaming the map. Will it be shot down? Yes, it will, but it'll be destroyed by the summit anyway, so I don't really see the point. And more monkeys running around here trying to, again, slow down the approach of these experiments from Team 1. The Paragon is almost done. Colossus in the yellow, so it can easily be rebuilt. Monkeys being assailed by some Soul Rippers. Drop bombers over top trying to target that chicken. And some bricks stand stalwart in defense. They need that Paragon to survive. T2 PD. Does Team 1 know about it? They do not know about it still. And once they know about it, it's going to be their entire focus. But the Soul Rippers moving southward. Oh, the bouncers are moving into range of the Ion Storm. Paragon has been completed. I repeat, the Paragon has been completed. Shield's going to be built immediately. AA going to be built immediately. More the shields, AA, and Colossus. And I think it might be the beginning of the end. We have so much artillery fire here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 artillery here for Kung Fu Panda. 2 artillery here for Frederic. 1 artillery here for Team 2's I Make War on You. That is 7 artillery. That is a lot. Build more, says Sweet. Build more, or more P-gens. But again, artillery fire plus Paragon equals not happy times. I Make War on You. Build another one like all the way back. Build one right here next to the air grid, because why not? Team 1, another, that Solar Ripper still running around. And they're relying heavily on the missile launcher and artillery from the battleships, but it's not enough. The artillery Look at those shots over the top of that. Look at that. That is nonsense is what that is. That is a lot of yellow dots crossing the other side of the map. That is incredible to watch. Again, Team 1 had all the time in the world to try to fight back in the artillery game, just decided not to. Spy planes will get a nice readout on that side of the map. And 1 hour, 1 minute. It might be it here for Team 1. And Paragon has been constructed. Zara is also under construction. Zara under construction over here. It's essentially IMAC War and you is like, how much can I build at the same time? Solar Reaper being built here by Team 2's Frederic. Vent units over to IMAC War on you. Don't know what. Oh, ASF, I'm assuming. Another
strategic launch detected.
Rascom or something? Something blew up. Secondary T3 naval headquarters in the Aeon variety. Oh, 2 nukes outbound. Team 2 does not have adequate nuke defense, but it doesn't matter. They could have gone. No, they couldn't have gone after the Paragon. One gets shot down. The other one does not. There it goes. The first nuke landing on IMAC War on U's base. There it goes. Kaboom. That's been trying to land there for the entire game. Just could not make it happen. 1 donut, 2 donut, 3 donuts. And Strap Bombers assisting that. Counter nuke outbound here. Going to go after the Hathums. Will it land? It will. How many will it take out? It might take out the bug. Nope, it does not. It almost kills off those battleships, but just barely does not. It looks like, is that T2 artillery or is that no, that's T3 artillery firing at that naval positioning. And it's just T3 Mechs and P-gens and everything being denied by Team 2's artillery. Team 2 is just firing non-stop, doesn't care what it hits as long as it hits something. And we have the donuts being focused on. 1 donut is down. Second donut will die. But it doesn't matter. Again, Team 2 can easily just build more of them very easily. Gonna crash land on top of some Medusa. That's gonna hurt. Doesn't really matter at this point. Team 2 has infinite resources. It's just a matter of time. Team 1 needs to target that Paragon if they have any hope in winning this game. But I don't even know if they know about it. They don't even know about it. That's the problem. They haven't known about it for a while. You need those spy planes to just really get your intel out as fast as possible and then some. Just constantly get those intel missions ran. Main base here for Team 1. Cybertron being targeted. P-Gen's going down. Quantum Gateway going to fall here pretty shortly. Shields have collapsed. Coming on and off. Make Omni, says Sui. I don't know if that's going to help at this point. We have some emissaries, some Mercies over the top. 3 idle chickens, says Babel, just sitting over here. Again, that's not going to do anything. Team 2 is going to be outproducing you, 5, 6, 7, 8 to 1. Engineers just pushing northward, reclaiming, building monkeys, building everything they can. I wonder if he's building a second Paragon. I mean, I think the best place to put it would be maybe right here would be good. I don't know. Kind of an interesting place to put it. But Team 1 is fleeing northward. There's only so much they can do. Team 2 gaining territory back once again. Their main landmass now almost under their control entirely. Artillery literally just targeting anything at this point. I think I can speed it up to 2 or 3. Artillery landing against the base here for ADZ. GG, says Sweet. Yeah, it's been GG for about 5 or so minutes once that Paragon was built. I knew it was going to be, unless Team 1 could have taken it out early, which I knew it was going to. So many SMDs. So many SMDs. Oh, tell me that's a salvation. Hey, it's a salvation. It's being constructed. Most things that are built by a Paragon, Salvation, and Colossus. We have donuts over the top. Team 2's I Make War on You just doesn't even care at this point. Just says, hey, you want to target some donuts? Sure, I'll just make a bunch more for you. And it also goes to show you just how little ASFs you really need to take out air experimentals. Nuke outbound going after this massive army of engineers. Oh, why? Why? What'd those engineers do? Almost all of them are dead. Oh, that's just mean. That's just mean. They were just trying to live their best lives and provide for their families. And massive amounts of T1 bombers going to start blinking in the skies. Czar crash landing on some AA. It's not going well. A lot of the icons are disappearing here for Team 1. And all Team 2 is doing is just building. Oh, look, Salvation is done. That one's there. Second Salvation, third Salvation. Nuke launching from Team 1, 2. Oh, look, there's a Plan B. Oh, it's a silencer, excuse me. 50 hit points left on that. No, it's Team 2's Nuke. And Salvation now landing on the air grid in the north. Look, the Scath is being built again. Yeah, they have Paragon. Rapid fire is on. Yep, that's how that works. There it goes. Air grid. The rest of it is done and dusted. Nuke gonna land. Kill off the Scathis. That was being built. Counter nuke is outbound. Looks like they might. Oh, they might take out AI Gangster. Oh. Nope. It was close. It was close, but did not take him out. Not a fan of when Artie wins, though. Yeah, I get that, but you had so much time to build artillery. You just chose not to. You wanted to win it on the naval and land game, which I get, but you could have easily gone for that. But just didn't decide to do so. Nuke outbound from Team 1, I would assume, because Team 2 again. And still, this game is not over. 1 hour, 8 minutes. I'm going to speed up to 4 at this point. Only 3. That's only fast the steam speed will go, at least currently. Going to land on top of the Omni. That's going to hurt. There it goes. Clear the way for those monkeys. And Solar Ripper trying to do what it can. Defend. 4-star Solar Ripper, though. So Beltron does control K. 2 players remaining on Team 1's ADZ and Cool Dude. Cool Dude's still been sitting there the entire time building a grab. Outspending the Paragon. Rip. What? He is. He's outspending the Paragon. Which you can do, apparently. I think it's 10,000, I think is what you get. Recall says recall vote did not pass for Team 1. Team 2. Maybe that was Team 2. No, it was Team 2 that said that. Never mind. I was like, wait, that doesn't make sense. But only remaining are 2 everybody control K to everything else except, we have a brick over here and the comm of Cool Dude, and we have a couple of mexes. We have a couple being 1 comm. Okay, at this point, game's over. Nuke lands, kills the rest of that. Nuke lands. They're looking for that comm. Or 2 of the comms, I should say. It me, says Frederick's like bombers overhead. Like, that's me, guys. Not. Oh no! Oh no! He's gonna be targeted by those Salvations. Lol, says ADC. Yep. Oh, looks like donuts. Oh, it's gonna teleportation. Crash landing on top of Frederick. Frederick might be killed here. He's going to get out of range of that Salvation fire. Still, they cannot hit the comm of ADZ. I made it. And Kung Fu Panda control Ks. He's like, that's whatever. That's just essentially just Salvation fire right now. He has 20 of them. He has 20 Salvations, not necessarily all online, trying to target 1 command. Frederick's like, come here, come out and play. Cloaking is offline. The laser does impact. There it is. ADZ has been killed. Cool is still alive. Team 2's got to know where he is at this point. Nope. Nuke's not going for him. He's still alive. How is he still alive? He's not spotted. This is crazy. Team 1, last remaining player, somehow still alive. 1 hour, 14 minutes. I have it on +4 speed. They still have not seen him. I'm going to keep view on Team 2. Oh. Nope. It's because he has cloaking on, doesn't he? No, he has nano, so he doesn't even have cloaking. Oh, he's been spotted. Sigh. There it goes. There's the order given. Cool Dude. There he goes. All of his hit points go bye-bye. And that is game. 1 hour, 15.5 minutes. Team 2 wins this game. They won it at like 1 hour or something, essentially. And then it was just a matter of filing some paperwork. Team 2's most valuable player, I gotta give it, I think, to AI Gangster. I think he did such a great job distracting Team 1 over here, launching assaults over here, holding the middle down a little bit. Got a Scathis, not Scathis, I keep thinking Scathis, a Novax and an artillery online. was able to take out the scout that's being built by Team 1. That would have really changed the landscape if Team 1 was able to get that online. And then we had, of course, the 3 air players in the south for Team 2 really just fighting back with Team 3's. Team 1's 3 air forces as well. But I think AI Gangster did a very good job of spreading himself out around the map and being able to help in every which way he can. So I think he deserves the victory for that. And if you have any comments, concerns, and questions about anything or everything, please let me know down in the comments. I really do appreciate reading them and responding to them. Thank you so very much for watching to the end of the video. Please like and subscribe. And, of course, share this video with anyone, everyone, especially your pets. And I will see all of you in the next one.